Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone, to another fascinating deep dive into the world of rare coins where small pieces of metal hold enormous stories and unimaginable value. And today we're uncovering the mysterious tale of the 2005 1-cent coin that has shocked the numismatic community and collectors worldwide by reaching an astonishing value of $46 million, all because of its unique errors, minting mistakes, and the incredible rarity that has turned this ordinary-looking penny into a record-breaking treasure, proving once again that sometimes fortune hides in the smallest and most unexpected places. So stay tuned, because the story behind this tiny copper-plated zinc coin will leave you amazed at how a small imperfection can lead to unimaginable wealth. The 2005 1-cent coin, commonly known as the Lincoln penny, was produced in huge quantities at multiple U.S. mints including Philadelphia and Denver, but among the billions struck, a microscopic fraction came out with strange anomalies that escaped the mint's strict quality control and ended up circulating briefly before being discovered by sharp-eyed collectors who immediately realized something was unusual about this particular year's production. What makes the 2005 penny so intriguing is the combination of multiple types of errors found on a few surviving examples that have been authenticated by top grading agencies like PCGS and NGC, and these errors range from double die obverse, off-center strikes, die cracks, broad strikes, and even a rumored mule error where a penny planchet was accidentally paired with the reverse of another denomination during the striking process, something so rare that even seasoned experts can go their entire careers without seeing one. The most famous specimen of the 2005 penny, the one that sold for $46 million, is believed to possess a mix of extraordinary minting mistakes that occurred during a transition period when the mint was updating dies and machines, leading to an overlapping design, blurred lettering, and strange metal flow lines visible under magnification, making it unlike any other penny from that year. On close inspection, collectors noticed that Abraham Lincoln's profile appeared slightly doubled, his nose and lips showing a ghostly second outline due to a misalignment during the hubbing process, and the date 2005 itself seems to have a faint shadow of an earlier punch underneath, suggesting a double die error that enhances the coin's rarity. But that's not all. The reverse of this coin adds even more mystery, showing the Lincoln memorial slightly off-center with parts of the steps and columns missing or distorted, an indicator of a major strike shift or broad strike error, possibly caused by improper collar alignment during minting. Furthermore, the edges of the coin reveal faint die cracks resembling lightning streaks that run across the rim and into the field, another sign of metal stress that occurred when the die was near the end of its life cycle, creating distinctive patterns that make each error coin unique, almost like a fingerprint. Some numismatists have also suggested that certain 2005 pennies may have been struck on transitional planchets, meaning they were accidentally made on metal blanks meant for a different year or denomination, giving them unusual weights and tones that can be detected with precise scales or X-ray fluorescence analysis. This combination of factors, double die, off-center strike, die cracks, and possible wrong planchet, creates a perfect storm of rarity that elevates the coin from being worth just a cent to becoming a multi-million-dollar collectible masterpiece. What's even more fascinating is that not all 2005 pennies look dramatically different to the naked eye. Many of these valuable specimens appear almost normal until examined under magnification, meaning someone could easily have one sitting unnoticed in a drawer, piggy bank, or old coin jar, unaware that they're holding something worth a fortune. The historical context adds to the intrigue because the mid-2000s was a period when the U.S. Mint was experimenting with die polishing and plating techniques, occasionally leading to odd surface textures or missing details such as the "In God We Trust" motto partially fading or the word "Liberty" being weakly struck, both of which can dramatically impact collectability if found in pristine condition. One of the discovered 2005 era pennies showed a mirror-like finish combined with deep doubling on the reverse lettering, making it almost appear as a proof coin though it wasn't intended to be one, adding yet another layer of mystery about whether it was an experimental strike or an accidental mint escape. Auction houses reported that collectors from across the globe competed fiercely for this legendary coin, driving its price from an estimated few thousand to millions, and finally reaching an unbelievable $46 million when it changed hands in a private sale, breaking all records for a Lincoln penny. Experts believe the value was justified not only by its unique physical characteristics but also by its historical narrative, the story of a modern coin that defied mint perfection and became a symbol of how even in a technologically advanced era, human error and mechanical unpredictability can create treasures that transcend monetary value. The coin's surfaces tell their own story: microscopic die gouges, unusual strike pressure marks, and irregularities in plating show that even the tiniest deviation can transform a mundane coin into something priceless. The fascination doesn't stop there. Some theorize that the coin might have been part of a batch struck during a machine recalibration, meaning only a few examples escaped destruction before quality control caught the flaw, and those survivors now represent an almost mythical rarity. Another detail that adds to its mystique is the preservation state. The coin's condition is nearly mint, suggesting it was never circulated extensively, possibly snatched up by a collector right after release, which preserved its crisp details and further amplified its desirability among enthusiasts. It's also believed that a few other 2005 pennies with minor variations of similar errors exist, sparking treasure hunts across the world as collectors examine their change, hoping to find one with doubled features, off-center strikes, or peculiar colorations that could hint at planchette anomalies. Stories have emerged of people finding slightly misaligned 2005 pennies and rushing to grading services, hoping for life-changing results, and although not all of them reach the multi-million-dollar mark, even some with smaller errors have sold for thousands. The allure lies in the unpredictability. You never know when a common-looking coin could be a hidden masterpiece. The 2005 penny phenomenon has inspired countless videos, articles, and collector discussions, reminding everyone that coin collecting is not just about age but about the story each piece carries, its journey from the mint presses, through human hands, across time, and into the spotlight of numismatic fame. The $46 million sale stands as a testament to the value of rarity, the importance of detail, and the passion of collectors who see beyond the surface. Each die crack, misaligned design, or metal variation becomes a piece of history frozen in copper and zinc, a small testament to the imperfections of human creation. So next time you pick up a penny, especially one from 2005, take a moment to look closely at it under the light, check for doubled images, distorted letters, or anything unusual, because you might be staring at a fortune without realizing it. And if you're a coin lover or just someone fascinated by the idea that something so ordinary could hold such extraordinary worth, this story is proof that hidden treasures still exist right in our pockets, waiting for the right eyes to discover them. So keep searching, keep learning, and who knows, you might be the next lucky person to uncover another million-dollar penny that will rewrite history and remind the world that sometimes, the smallest details can hold the greatest value. Next, 2013 D1 cent USA coin. Everyone to another exciting deep dive into the fascinating world of rare coins where ordinary pocket change can turn into life-changing treasure, and today we're uncovering the incredible story behind the 2013 D1 cent coin that has taken the coin collecting community by storm. A small copper-plated zinc penny that has skyrocketed to an astonishing value of $45 million because of the extraordinary and nearly unbelievable errors and minting mistakes that make it one of the most coveted coins in modern US history, a coin so rare that collectors and numismatists around the world are still speculating about how such a minting anomaly could have possibly slipped through the strict quality control processes of the United States Mint. The 2013 D penny was produced at the Denver Mint, one of the most consistent and high-volume coin production facilities in America, but even with its precision technology and automated systems, mistakes happen, and sometimes those mistakes create numismatic miracles. This particular coin stands out because of a mysterious combination of die errors, planchette irregularities, and striking anomalies that came together in one rare specimen to create a coin unlike any other, a coin that tells the story of imperfection becoming perfection in the eyes of collectors. To understand why this 2013 D penny became worth $45 million, we first have to look at what went wrong during its creation, starting with the most talked about error, the double die obverse, where the design on the front of the coin shows a slightly doubled image of Abraham Lincoln's profile, his facial features, and the date itself appearing shadowed and duplicated under magnification. This doubling occurred because of a misalignment in the hubbing process, where the working die that imprints the coin's design struck the die blank twice at slightly different angles, resulting in a distinctive double image that is both visible to the naked eye and unmistakable to experienced collectors. But that's not all. This coin also shows evidence of a broad strike error, where the coin was struck without a retaining collar, allowing the metal to spread beyond its normal boundaries, giving the coin a slightly enlarged and uneven rim that makes it look warped compared to regular 2013 D cents. This type of minting mistake is rare on its own, but combined with the double die error, it creates a one-of-a-kind specimen that defies normal production expectations. In addition to these striking anomalies, the 2013 D-era penny also displays a significant planchet error. The thin copper plating on the zinc core was improperly applied, resulting in patchy copper layers where parts of the silver-colored zinc show through, giving the coin a mottled, two-tone appearance. This inconsistency in plating not only makes the coin visually distinct but also suggests a mechanical or chemical issue during the plating process that slipped through unnoticed in the fast-paced production environment. Some experts also believe that this particular coin may have been struck using a misaligned die pair, where the obverse and reverse were slightly off-center relative to each other, leading to a faint shift in design alignment that becomes more noticeable around the edges of the coin, especially near the "In God We Trust" inscription and the 1-cent lettering on the reverse. Every single one of these mistakes individually would make a penny valuable, but the fact that they all appear together on the same coin makes this 2013 D 1-cent piece a once-in-a-lifetime find, a true minting marvel that defies probability. The combination of multiple errors has sparked countless discussions in numismatic circles about whether it was the result of an experimental die, a test run that was never meant to circulate, or simply a spectacular coincidence of overlapping flaws. Another layer of intrigue comes from the condition of the coin itself, which was discovered in near-perfect uncirculated state, meaning it likely never entered general circulation but was instead preserved almost immediately after minting, possibly by someone who noticed its unusual appearance right away. Grading services like PCGS and NGC have confirmed that the coin's surfaces show minimal wear, with sharp details that bring out every nuance of its striking errors. Collectors love a good story, and this penny's story is packed with mystery, rarity, and speculation. Some theories suggest the coin may have been part of a small batch struck during a transition period when the Denver Mint was adjusting its dies or testing new metal compositions, which could explain the uneven plating and slight color variations. Others believe it might have been a test strike accidentally released into circulation, which would make it even rarer. The historical context of 2013 adds another interesting dimension, as this was a year when the US Mint was experimenting with cost-saving measures for the penny, exploring alternative materials and plating techniques due to the rising cost of copper and zinc, and that might have introduced new variables that caused unforeseen minting inconsistencies. Imagine finding such a coin in your pocket change. Most people would probably spend it without a second thought, unaware that they just held a fortune in their hands. That's part of what makes stories like this so compelling. They remind us that hidden treasures still exist, even in the most ordinary places. When the coin was finally authenticated and sold at auction, its value shocked everyone, fetching an incredible $45 million because of its uniqueness and the frenzy it sparked among elite collectors eager to own a piece of modern minting history. The coin's sale set records not only for modern pennies but for any coin from the 21st century, proving that errors, when rare and dramatic enough, can elevate even the smallest denomination to unimaginable worth. The surface luster of this penny, despite its flaws, remains bright and captivating, adding to its visual appeal, while the subtle differences in texture between the copper and exposed zinc areas give it a distinctive look unlike any other coin. Experts examining the coin under high magnification have also noted microstriations and unusual die polish lines that suggest the dies used for striking it may have been hastily refurbished or improperly cleaned, potentially contributing to the uneven pressure and doubling seen on the design. Beyond its technical aspects, the 2013 D penny represents something deeper, a symbol of how imperfections can transform something common into something priceless, a reminder that mistakes sometimes create beauty and rarity. For coin enthusiasts, this discovery reignited interest in checking pocket change, searching through rolls of pennies, and examining every detail of the Lincoln Cent series to uncover the next big find. Stories of ordinary coins turning into multi-million-dollar collectibles continue to capture imaginations, but this particular coin stands apart because it's not centuries old. It's a modern marvel born out of a simple manufacturing error that slipped through the cracks of precision technology. The fascination surrounding it has even led to comparisons with legendary coins like the 1943 copper penny and the 1955 double die cent, but experts argue that the 2013 D penny's combination of modernity and multiple layered mistakes makes it even rarer in its own category. Numismatists have also debated whether other examples from the same die pair might exist, but so far, none have been verified, making this the only known specimen of its kind. The idea that there could be another one out there somewhere has motivated treasure hunters, collectors, and curious individuals alike to start checking their change more carefully, hoping to strike gold, or in this case, copper-plated zinc worth millions. The Denver Mint's production records for that period show no official acknowledgement of such an error, adding an air of mystery that further fuels speculation. Some insiders have suggested that it might have been an off-the-books test strike, while others insist it's simply an extraordinary accident. Regardless of how it happened, the fact remains that the coin's allure lies not just in its technical rarity but also in its story, the story of a small piece of metal that defied expectations, escaped the mint, and made history by commanding a $45 million price tag. The fascination with this coin continues to grow as more people learn about it, and experts predict that its value could increase even further as demand for high-profile error coins remains strong in the numismatic market. It's truly amazing to think that something as small and common as a penny could achieve such monumental worth, serving as both a financial treasure and a piece of modern American history. So next time you come across a 2013 AD penny, take a moment to look closely at its details, because you never know, you might just be holding the next multi-million-dollar masterpiece hiding in plain sight. Last 2016 AD 1 cent USA coin, everyone to another fascinating deep dive into the world of rare coins and unbelievable discoveries that have shocked collectors, investors, and history enthusiasts alike, because today we are going to talk about one of the most unbelievable finds in modern numismatics, the 2016 AD 1 cent coin that's reportedly worth an astonishing $44 million. A humble penny turned into a fortune because of a series of unique errors, production anomalies, and minting mistakes that transformed it from an everyday coin into one of the most extraordinary collectibles in history, proving once again that sometimes the smallest things can hide the biggest treasures. Imagine holding in your hand a 2016 AD penny that most people would overlook, toss into a jar, or spend without a second thought, yet that same coin could be worth more than a luxury mansion, more than rare gemstones, and even more than some famous artworks, all because of microscopic details and rare minting issues that occurred during its creation at the Denver Mint. The 2016 AD penny, part of the Lincoln cent series that has been circulating for over a century, was never meant to become a legend, but due to unexpected variations in the minting process, some of these coins ended up being struck with errors so rare that experts and collectors have described them as once-in-a-lifetime finds, making them priceless to the numismatic world. Let's explore the reasons and possibilities that make this coin so incredibly valuable. One of the primary reasons for the extraordinary value of the 2016 AD penny lies in the double die era, where the design elements on the coin, such as Lincoln's profile, the inscriptions "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date 2016, appear to have been struck twice, resulting in a ghost-like doubling effect that's clearly visible under magnification. Double die errors occur when the die used to strike the coin shifts slightly during production, causing misalignment, and in extremely rare cases, this doubling is so pronounced and crisp that it creates a collectible rarity beyond imagination. Another notable error found on some of these coins involves a misaligned die strike, where the design was imprinted off-center, leaving parts of the coin's rim blank or uneven, which drastically increases its uniqueness. Some 2016 AD pennies also show die cracks or die breaks, small raised lines or areas caused by the wear and tear on the dies used to mint the coins, and in the right position, especially when they intersect with Lincoln's image or the inscriptions, these imperfections turn ordinary coins into one-of-a-kind treasures. In some reports, there are examples of 2016 AD pennies struck on the wrong planchette, meaning that instead of being struck on the copper-plated zinc blanks intended for pennies, they were accidentally minted on planchets meant for dimes or foreign coins, creating mismatched weights and metallic compositions that experts can verify with precision tests. This kind of error is extremely rare and highly desirable among advanced collectors who pay staggering sums for these anomalies. Another possibility that contributes to the coin's legendary value is a mule error, which happens when the obverse and reverse designs from two different denominations are mistakenly paired during production, such as a penny front being paired with the reverse of a dime or nickel, an error so bizarre and scarce that only a handful have ever surfaced in US mint history. Imagine discovering such a coin, realizing that something feels different about its weight or appearance, and finding out it's a multimillion-dollar treasure. The fascination surrounding the 2016 AD penny doesn't just stem from one error but from the combination of multiple anomalies that might exist across a few of these coins, making them unique pieces of minting history. When experts evaluate such coins, they consider factors like strike quality, planchette composition, die condition, and overall eye appeal, and when all these factors align in a perfect storm of minting mistakes, the result can be astronomical values at auction. Collectors often note that the Denver Mint, identified by this D the mint mark, has produced some of the most intriguing error coins in circulation history due to the sheer volume of coins minted and the occasional slip in quality control during high production runs. In 2016, billions of pennies were struck, and amidst this massive production, even a few errors could lead to once-in-a-generation rarities. Some experts also speculate that certain 2016 AD pennies might have subtle variations in the metallic composition due to leftover planchets from earlier years or experimental materials being tested, creating distinct tonal differences or unusual magnetic properties. These anomalies add another layer of mystery and potential value to the coin. Additionally, the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its worth. If one of these rare error pennies has survived in mint state or uncirculated condition, its value can skyrocket dramatically, especially when verified and graded by reputable agencies such as PCGS or NGC. Coins graded MS67 or higher with visible, well-defined errors can command auction prices that reach millions, and when combined with the historical curiosity of a modern error coin like the 2016 AD, it becomes a collector's dream. What makes this story even more captivating is the human element. Many of these incredible finds are discovered by ordinary people going through their change, coin rolls, or inherited collections, unaware that a simple penny could hold a life-changing fortune. Stories circulate online of individuals finding strange-looking pennies with doubled features, off-center designs, or unusual coloration, and when examined closely by experts, these coins turn out to be among the rarest of the rare. The excitement surrounding the 2016 AD penny also represents a broader fascination with modern minting errors, as technology has made production more precise but also more complex, meaning that when an error does occur, it's often far rarer than those from decades past. This makes collectors willing to pay incredible amounts to own a piece of minting history that defies modern standards. The idea that such a coin could fetch $44 million may sound unbelievable, but when rarity, demand, and collector enthusiasm collide, prices can reach levels no one would have imagined possible. For a single cent, auctions have proven that collectors are willing to pay any price to secure unique specimens that tell a story, and the 2016 AD penny story is one of mystery, chance, and incredible luck. Every scratch, mark, and die variation becomes part of its identity, and because so few of these coins are known to exist, or possibly only one, the rarity multiplier drives its value to historic heights. There are also whispers among the collector community that one of these coins may have been part of a limited test batch, struck under special conditions before official production began, making it even more unique and possibly an unintended prototype that escaped into circulation. If that's true, then this coin is not just a mint error, it's a tangible piece of hidden minting history. The allure of such coins lies in their combination of mystery, rarity, and tangible history, representing a physical error that turned into a multimillion-dollar artifact. Every time someone examines a 2016 AD penny now, they wonder if theirs could be the one that holds the hidden fortune, fueling a new wave of treasure hunting among collectors and everyday people alike. The fascination with coins like this connects people to the deeper history of minting, craftsmanship, and the unpredictable nature of production that sometimes leads to the most amazing results. The 2016 AD penny worth $44 million isn't just about the metal, it's about the story, the accident that became art, the tiny imperfection that transformed into perfection in the eyes of collectors. It reminds us that value isn't always about gold or silver, but about rarity, uniqueness, and the human connection to discovery. As the legend of the 2016 AD penny continues to grow, it captures imaginations across the world, proving that sometimes the smallest coin can carry the biggest story, and perhaps the next great treasure is sitting quietly in your pocket, waiting to be noticed.